All right, we got the center. All right, here we go. Tipo. And Oubre has it. Philadelphia comes out with the first possession. Oubre with the first two for the 76ers. Here comes Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson continue. Escon Gardner. Here comes Mike Bright. Pull up a jumper. He mixes. Joel Embiid with the rebound. Pass it to Maxey. Maxey bringing it to the other side in a hurry. Pass it back to Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid. He pass it back to Maxey. Back to Joel Embiid. Paul George. Stop with the key for three. Nothing but the bottom of the net is a 5.0. Here I call Mike Bright. Mike Bright continue on the drive. He passes it to the corner. George Hart on the drive. What a deflected by Joel Embiid. Edgecombe on the drive against Brunson and his foul on the arm. Edgecombe knock it down the first free throw and second free throw knock it down 7.0. All right, here it comes. Anthony pass it to George Hart. He mixes. Here it comes the other way. Paul George three. He mixes. George Hart with the rebound. He passes it to Anthony. Back to George Hart. George Hart pass it to Brunson. He mixes. And Town lost it out of bounds. Belongs to the 76ers. All right. Here we come. George, he fluctuates inside the paint. It is 9.0. Here we come George Hart with the left hand finish strong. First 2 points for George Hart for the Knicks. Here we come Joel Embiid. For George, boss is loose and Embiid has it. He passes it to extra edge corner three. He mixes and Down's going to be and Anthony Towns. My Bright pass it to Anthony Towns and fouled by Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid very upset about that call. He looking for a technical. Oh, he was fouled. All right, my Bright. Pass it to Brunson. Brunson continue. Brunson. He passes it to my Bright to George Hart corner three. He mixes. Here it comes. Maxi lost it. He turned it over. He recalled my bride at top of the key. My bride. Pass it to Anthony Towns. Anthony Towns against Joel Embiid on the drive. Let the defense behind with the easy layup. 5-point game. He recalled Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid pass it to Paul George. Back to Joel Embiid on the drive. He mixes Josh Hart with the rebound. He reckoned the Knicks. Bronson. Bronson on the drive. He mixes back. Josh Hart was there with the clean up the mess. Here comes Joel Embiid inside the pen and his foul by Anthony. Carl Anthony. If New York pull out this game, I don't know, guys. That'd be great. That'd be great. All right, Edgecombe on the sidebound for the 76ers. Pass it to Joel Embiid. To Paul George. Paul George inside. Ball is loose and he has it back. Paul George continue against Josh Hart. Pull up a jumper. Knock it down against the defense. Here it comes. Bridges pass it to Anthony Towns. Anthony Towns looking for pass it to Paul Josh Hart. To Bronson. Bronson against Edgecombe. Bronson. Bronson on the drive. He mixes by Anthony there for the cleanup. Good setup. Here it comes. Oh my God. Maxi to Edgecombe with the flush. The rookie climb on the stairs and flush it down. Here it comes Josh Hart. Oh, what a steal by Maxi on the drive. Back to Edgecombe. Back to back flush. LAU. Timeout. Back to back the rookie. Flush it twice. Same result. To LAU. To highlight for the Maxi and Edgecombe. Wow, what a star, man. Hello. Hello. All right, Bronson bringing it to the other side. Bronson continue with the yo-yo. My bride reaches, pass it to Bronson. Bronson on a drive floater, he mixes. Joel Embiid with the rebound. Edgecombe bring it to the other side, followed by George Hart. Pass it to Joel Embiid, back to Edgecombe, back to Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid again, Anthony. Pull up a jumper. Joel Embiid with the jumper. It is good. And the 76ers continue doing some damage here in the first quarter. Here comes Bronson bringing it to the other side, followed by Edgecombe. Bronson continue with the yo-yo. Bronson, and that's an offensive foul against George Hart away from the basketball. Let's go. What an energy for the 76ers on this game. I tell you what, if the New York Knicks come on with the third win in a row, I don't know, something's going to happen. Here they come. Joel Embiid, he passes to Oubre inside. He passes outside to Paul George 3. He knocked it down the tray. The ball bounced a couple of times and winning. Here they come, my bride. Pass it to Anthony. Anthony, he passes it to George Hart. Back to Anthony. Anthony, on the drive against Embiid, he take it outside for my bride. My bride continue against Maxey. He pull up three. In and out. And Anthony Towns focus with it. An easy layup by Anthony Towns after the mix of. Here it comes. Joel Embiid. He passes to Maxey and is fouled by Bridges. Foul Maxey. Yep. That should be offensive foul. He got away with it. All right, it's a 10-point game here in the first quarter. Here it comes. Edgecombe at the top of the key. Offensive foul this time again, Paul George. New York got it back now. All right, here it comes Bridges bringing it to the other side, followed by Oubre. Bridges, a lot of pressure from Oubre. Bridges continue with the yo-yo, 1-on-1, pull up, and offensive foul against Anthony Towns. That's number 2. 2 foul against Anthony Towns. Wow, I don't know. Wow. He had to sit down, 2 foul already. All right, here it comes. The 76er, Maxey. He passes to Joel Embiid. Back to Maxey. Maxey, he passes to you. Break corner three. He mixes. Robinson with the board. Passes to George Hart. He's going to go all the way against Joel Embiid. Finish strong. Here comes Paul George. He passes to Maxey. Maxey against Bridges. Maxey, he passes to Oubre to Paul George. Paul George continue. Step back three. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Paul George. That's a second or three. I don't know. It's going to be a fight. Here comes George Hart. George Hart. He passes to Bronson. Bronson, pull up three. First three for Jalen Bronson. Here comes Maxey, bringing it to the other side. He passes to Joel Embiid. Back to Maxey on the drive. In reverse. Finish strong against Robinson. Wow. Here comes Bronson. Bronson continue. Bronson. He passes to Bridges three. Nothing but the bottom of the net. That's what you need, man. Passing the basketball. What a pass by Jalen Bronson. Here comes Maxey. And timeout. 7-point game for the 76ers. Well, I'll tell you what, if these New York Knicks come out with the third win, and they start slow. But if Jalen Bronson continue making his point, passing his basketball, maybe something's kind of happening here. All right, let me change that names. What the fuck? Okay. And nothing. Yeah. You're acting. Oh boy. Well, 76ers, they got the basketball, but they're calling timeout. Well, we see what's gonna happen, you know. Thank you guys for stop by. Appreciate it. And I'll tell you what, I'm glad that New York got 2 wins in a row. Because I tell you what, even they are down, the 76ers, they're still strong. I see him strong still against the Knicks. Because you can be down right now, but you can get up. You never know. You just have the chair and hit the light. Oh boy. Wow, man. What an offer today on this game. What an offer. I know the 76ers was still strong. They did come out strong. But we see. We see how long, you know. This game is going to be great. All right, we're back into the game. Let's go. All right, Paul George. He passed it to Maxi. Maxi continue on the drive. Crime, pass it to Paul George, top of the key. Paul George continue. Paul George pull up a jumper, unstoppable. Knock it down, the jumper. Here it comes. Bronson. My bride. Again, Maxi. He passes it back to Bronson. Bronson at the top of the key. Bronson. He lost it. They take it away. Thurman pass it to Maxi. Maxi continue with the yo-yo. Maxi back to Thurman. To Oubre inside the pen. He mixes. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Robinson. All right, Maxi in the inbound. Maxi, he passes it to Oubre. Oubre against Bronson. Oubre strong. He mixes. Bronson with the board. Here comes Bronson bringing it to the other side, followed by Paul George. Bronson continue with the yo-yo. Bronson inside the paint with the hook. He mixes, busts through, and then the Maxi and Robinson got fouled. By Pullman. Yeah. All right, New York basketball. Bronson and a side bound. He passed it to Robinson. Back to Bronson. Bronson, his double team. He passed it to Sheme. Sheme on the drive. Knock it down. Let's go. Thank you for stopping by. Here it comes. Paul George at the top of the key. Paul George continue. Paul George pull up a jumper. He mixes. Clarkson with the board. Here it comes Clarkson for the New York Knicks. Clarkson continue. He throws it out of bounds. Come on, let's go. All right, here it comes. Maxey. He passes it to Oubre and he's foul. Clarkson commit a foul. Still 2 minutes. Two minutes in the first quarter. Joel Embiid is in the game. And he knocked it down. Both free throws. Right here in the late first quarter, here come Bridges, bring it to the other side. Pass it to Bronson, again Edgecombe. Bronson, back to Bridges, three. He mixes, bosses through, and it's gonna be foul against the Joel Embiid. In New York, they are in bonus, silent. All right, Bronson on the sideline. He passed it to Bridges. He almost lost it. Pass it to Bronson. Back to Bridges. Bridges. Bridges on the drive. He mixes. Robinson. Pass it to Bronson. Another possession. Here comes Bronson. Easy two by Bronson. Making a 7-point game. Here comes Edgecombe. He's taking his time. Edgecombe continue against Sheme. Switches to Bronson. Edgecombe. He passes to Crime. Great look for three. He mixes. And Bronson with the board. Here comes Bronson against Edgecombe. Bronson continue. Bronson on the drive. He passes to Sheme. Knock it down the tray. Sheme with another big three for the New York Knicks. Here comes the 76er, Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid against Robinson. Joel Embiid continue inside. Easy two. The help come too late, man. Here comes Bronson. Bronson continue with the yo-yo. Pull up three. He mixes. Edgecombe with the board. Here comes the 76er. Edgecombe all the way coast to coast. He mixes the floater. Here comes Bronson. Rebound by Bridges. He passes it to Bronson. Bronson bringing it to the other side. Bronson continue against Edgecombe. Looks like he's going to shoot the three or he's going to go for it. Double team. Pass it to Bridges on the drive. Easy two. Making a 4-point game. Here comes the 76er Crime. He mixes, and that's the end of the first quarter. New York trying to make a little bit push, making a 4-point game. What a first quarter for either team, you know? What a first quarter for either team. I mean, what can I say, man? They both of these teams they are strong in the East. They are strong in the East. We see what's gonna happen, you know. So we see what's gonna happen. Well, we see, you know. So we see what's gonna happen. So far, New York stay strong, bring it down to 4 points. It can be. Well, wow. Why? All right. Alvarado, he passed it to Anthony, he passed it to Clarkson. Florida is good. What a pass by Anthony Towns. He recalled back to Jordan B, back to Maxey. Maxey on the drive. Easy 2. Wow, against Anthony Towns. Back to 4-point game. Here they come. Anthony Towns. And he's fouled. All right, side Alvarado in a side bound. Alvarado pass it to George Hart, back to Alvarado. Alvarado, he passed it to Sheme. Sheme on the drive in reverse, finish strong. And there's a foul. Thank you guys for stopping by. I appreciate it. And we see. So Maxey bringing it to the other side. 2-point game. Joel Embiid against Anthony Towns. Joel Embiid strong drive inside the paint. He take it outside for edge control. He mixes. George Hart with the board. He bringing it to the other side. George Hart coast to coast inside the paint. He's foul. He slide a little bit and he's foul. He will be at the free throw line. Got the chance to tie this game up. Had the chance to tie this game. So George Hart at the free throw line with the first free throw. And he mixes. Come on, man. You got the tie game and you mixes. All right. He's at the free throw line for one more. Corner tray. And he mixes both. Both is look. Oh, Sheme has another possession for the New York Knicks. They still got the chance to tie this game. George Hart at the top of the key. George Hart followed by Escom. George Hart pull up. Oh, pass it to Anthony Towns. And 24-second valuation for the New York Knicks. 10 over. All right, here they come Maxi bringing it to the other side. He passes to Joel Embiid on the drive. He mixes. Bosses loose. Wow, passes ahead to Shemmy with a flush. What a pass by Clarkson. Pass it ahead for Shemmy and he flushes. Here comes Maxi the other way. Maxi continue with the Jojo at top of the key. Pass it to Paul George against Shemet. Paul George continue. Paul George continue against Shemet. 1-on-1. Boss is loose. He has it back. Pull up a jumper. Too strong. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Crime. New York basketball. Alvarado paso to Anthony Towns on a drive. Boss is through. What a block by Joel Embiid. Here comes Maxi coast to coast. Easy layup against Alvarado. Once again, 76ers take the lead by 2-point game. Alvarado passes to George Hart. George Hart continue on the drive. Easy too. He tied this game. He thought it was foul. He was asking for the whistle. No whistle. But he was fouled though. Here comes Maxi bringing it to the other side. Maxi continue. He passes to Joel Embiid on the drive. Too strong and Towns with the board. Here comes George Hart the other way. Against Paul George. George Hart continue. He passes to Anthony Towns, top of the key. Anthony Towns on the drive. He passes to George Hart. George Hart, take it outside for Shemmy. He mixes. Oh, what a tip out by Clarkson. And he knocked it down. Clarkson tip it out to Alvarado and he knocked it down the tray. And Joel Embiid, he's fouled Anthony Towns away from the basketball, the basket count, and still New York basketball. It's a foul on Embiid. So Anthony Towns will be at the free throw line for 2 more. Oh my God. And timeout 76ers. Yeah. He's gonna challenge. 8:20 remain. 8:20. 8 minutes 20 seconds. Wow, that was close to Anthony Towns gets hurt. He couldn't twist his leg. Joel Embiid, fall off on top. All right. What the fuck? All right. So it looks like the New York, that they are trying hard to get this win against the 76ers. They're trying to get the third win, but 76ers will stay strong on this game. But we see what's going to happen. Yeah. Let me check it out. I don't know if I can do this. Where might be? In this way. Okay. Okay, vamos a ver. No, I can do that. So maybe this side. I'm trying. So, the fuck I do with it? Okay, aquí. That's crazy because I can barely see it, man. Oh, they're reviewing this. Jesus Christ. Oh, it's foul against the Anthony Towns. All right, Maxi and inbound. Pass it to you, Bray. You, Bray, bring it to the other side, followed by Bridges. And foul by George Hart, foul for George. Yeah. All right, you, Bray. Pass it to poor George. Poor George. Poor George. Continue. Poor George. Pass it to you, Bray. Crime. Back to you, Bray. 3. He mixes. Passes through. And ending in poor George's hand. Pass it to Crime to Joe LMB. Joe LMB pull up a jumper. He mixes. And George Hart come up with the board. He passes to Alvarado to Robinson. Robinson to Alvarado. Alvarado continue. Alvarado on the drive. What a stopper away by Crime out of bounds. So still New York basketball. Here comes Bronson. Alvarado step out. Crime step out for the 76er. Oh my God! Bronson to Robinson, and he flushed it against your LMB. Here comes Edgecombe. Edgecombe continue. Edgecombe. He passes to Joe LMB, and he's foul. Joe LMB, he playing physical. He's playing physical. Wow, wow, wow. What a flow. That's going to be a highlight for this game, bro. Yo, LMB at the free throw line. He misses. All right, Bronson. Bronson is fouled by Edgecombe. 55. Okay. So 36, 40. Bronson at the free throw line. Bronson at the free throw line for the Knicks. 4-point game. 41. Second free throw. 5-point game. He mixes. 1 out of 2. Here comes Edgecombe. Edgecombe passes to Paul George to Maxi. Pull up. He knocked down the jumper, Maxi. Here it comes. Here it comes Bronson. He take it offside for Bridges to my bride. Back to Bridges on the drive. He take it aside for George Hart. Extra pass to Bridges. And he out of bounds. Last touch by Oubre. That was kind of said 76er basketball and they switch it. All right, my bride. My bride pass it to Bronson. Bronson pull a tray. Knock it down. Let's go. As the shot clock expired, Bronson come out with the tray. Here it come. You right. He got blocked by Robinson. George Hart run to it. He has it. Another possession. Here it come. You right again against Robinson. Try it again. He throws the air ball. Here it come. George Hart to Bronson. Bronson continue. Pull a tray. He mixes. Bosses through. Maxi comes out with it. Here it come Maxi. Pass it to Oubre. He passes it to the corner to Turman. He throws the air ball. Oubre with the rebound. And he's fouled. Oubre will be at the free throw line with the second opportunity. That's crazy. Well, let me drop it to 5:15. Paul George will be at the free throw line, I guess so. All right, Bona checking in for the 76ers. So Durman step out. New York up by 4. All right, Bronson has it. Bronson against Eshcon. Bronson continue. Bronson. And his foul. Uh-oh. They're gonna check the monitor because they're gonna see if the foul was before. So they're still looking at it. They just want to make sure the shot clock wasn't expired for the 24-second valuation. We see. Oh, they say the shot clock expired. And he sat the free throw line. He knocked it down. So the foul was before the shot clock expired. Bronson at the free throw line. He knocked down the first one. And second free throw, knocked down both free throws. Making a 8-point game? No. Well, wait a minute. 6-point game. All right, Maxi has it. Pass it to Paul George. George. Oh, he turned it over. Bridges has it. Bridges on the drive. Easy to and a foul by Bona. Bridges with a good drive. Easy layup and foul by Bona. New York got the chance to pull up this game. 9-point game. Bridges at the free throw line. Knock it down, making a 3-point. All right, here we come Maxi again. Maxi, he passes it to Oubre. Oubre again, Bronson. Easy layup. Oubre, strong drive against Bronson. Here we come Bronson. Bronson. He passes it to Robinson. Back to Bronson. He take it aside for Bridges. Nothing but the bottom of the net. That's exactly what I said. It's Jalen Bronson passing the basketball. New York got the chance. Here it comes. Paul George pull up a jumper. He mixes. And Robinson tip it out to Bridges. What an offer. Here it comes Bridges again on the drive. Pull up a jumper. He mixes. Robinson has it. He lost it. But Shemi has it. Pass it to George Hart. To Bronson. Bronson on the drive. Easy to timeout. 76ers. New York up by 12. Go New York, go. Let's go. New York got the chance. If they pull up this game, New York got the chance, but they need to pull up this game. You better believe it, New York got the chance. Better believe it. Damn it. So thank you guys for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. What a game. What a game New York have. Incredible. Let's see if they pull up this game, guys. New York might got the chance. But we see how strong they're going to stay still because it's a lot of games still. 2 quarters more to go. We're in the late 2 quarters, second quarter. So we see the fight continue. I like what Bronson is doing. He's passing the basketball more, and that's one of the reasons they are winning games. That's exactly what I said. If New York, Jalen Bronson keep passing the basketball, he's gonna make it pay the price for the 76ers. But we see if he continue passing the basketball, not forcing the shot. He's doing great. He's doing great. He's doing great so far, guys. So we see what's gonna happen, you know. So far, I like it what he's doing, and that's the way I like to see Jalen Brunson play, you know. I like the way he's playing. So New York got the chance, guys. Got the chance. So we see how Jalen Brunson continue. Well, just like the last season, they was playing great. When it comes the third round, they fail. But who knows? Who knows? This season is a different thing, you know. We'll see what's gonna happen. Hit the like, hit that subscribe, guys, for more content like this one. Thank you for all of you to watch my videos, you know. So we see the fight continue. The fight continue. All right, here it comes, Maxi. Maxi against Sheme. He passes it to Edgecombe. Edgecombe has at the top of the key. He passes it back to. Oh, Sheme, come on with the steal. And he turned it over. Wow, he lost it out of bounds. Still 76er basketball. All right, here it comes Maxey. Pass it to Joel Embiid. It's a little frustrating. And Oubre goes down and Bridges committed a foul away from the basketball. So 76ers, they are in bonus, and Oubre will be at the free throw line for the 76ers. Knock it down. I'm gonna 11-point game. He knocked it down. 10-point game. 44-54. 76ers down 10 points. Bronson to Bridges. Floater to Robinson. He tried to flush it and he missed the flush. Oubre comes up with the board. He passed it to Paul George at the top of the key. He passed it to Edgecombe, to Joel Embiid, and he's fouled by Robinson. So Joel Embiid will be at the free throw line. It's a war between Robinson and Joel Embiid. They're saving Anthony Towns. Just like the other game. And he knocked it down. Wow. That ball rolled up a little bit on top and went in. Joel Embiid at the free throw line for one more. He mixes. George Hart with the ball. He reckoned the Knicks again. Bronson bringing it to the other side. Bronson continue against Edgecombe. Bronson continue against Edgecombe. He passed it to Bridges. George Hart. He passed it back to Bronson. Top of the key. Bronson continue. Bronson. He passes it to Bridges. I'm telling you, if Bronson plays smart, New York be unstoppable. He reckoned Joel Embiid. He passed it across to Oubre. Oubre back to Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid against Robinson. Pull up a jumper. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Come on, Bronson. Continue passing the basketball, bro. I like that. He reckoned Bronson. He passed it to Bridges to Shemet. Back to Bridges. Bridges continue. Bridges against Paul George. He mixes. Oubre with the rebound. He reckoned the 76er. Maxey bringing it to the other side. Maxey. And Oubre lost it out of bounds. 10 over 76er. New York basketball. All right, here we come here in the late second quarter. George Hart pass it to Bronson. Bronson against Edgecombe. Back to George Hart. To Shemet. Bridges. And he's fouled by Paul George. Paul George can't believe it. Over the limit. And Bridges will be at the free throw line. Bridges. That's the third foul on Paul George. Bridges at the free throw line. Nothing but the bottom, but the neck. First free throw. Making it 10 point. Back to 10-point game. One more for Bridges. One more. Second free throw for Bridges. Knock it down. All right, here it comes. Maxey. He passes it to Joel Embiid. Offensive foul against Joel Embiid. He did that in purpose. Good call by Shemet. two foul, and Joel Embiid. So our party will be inside. Here it comes. Breaches. Breaches. Breaches continue. Breaches. Breaches. He take it aside for George Hart 3. He mixes. Breaches try to get it. All party has it. Hart take it aside for Bronson. Bronson. He passes it to Breaches. Too strong. And George Hart with another possession. Breaches for 3. He mixes. Joel Embiid with the rebound. Too strong for Breaches, man. Here comes Maxey the other way. Maxey flutter. Can't hit it, but tip it in by Embiid. Here comes Shemet. He passes it to Breaches. Come on, Breaches. You have to knock it down, those 3, man. Bronson again. Edgecombe. Bronson continue. Bronson continue. Bronson. Easy too. Wow, Bronson, man, with the hook. 7 seconds. Here comes Maxey. He passes to Edgecombe. He take it aside for you, break 3. Hey, win in. Bounce couple of times and win in, bro. 52-68 point game by the New York Knicks. Wow, what a first half for the New York Knicks. Man, I don't know. I'm telling you. Well, be right back. Sueño de mis sueños. Well, guys, uh, all right. New York, George Hart with 8 points. He got 9 rebounds, 1 assist, 15 points for Bridges with 1 rebound, 1 steal, 6 points for Anthony Towns. He got 3 points, 1 assist. And Bridges, what? Okay, Bronson. Bronson got 15 points. Two-point for Robinson and 2 points for Clarkson. 9 points for Chemet and 3 points for Alvarado. So you break 15 points for Paul George, 8 points for MB, 6 points for Edgecombe. Maxi with 8 points. If this is continue like this, I don't know by the 76ers on this game. All I know if we New York wrap this game in here in Philadelphia, this season might be over. But still a lot of games. 76ers, they're not gonna give up. They will stay strong, and we see what's gonna happen. But New York, it looks like they want to pull up this game. But we see if they can have it done. It's not over yet. Still a lot of game to going. And we see what the 76er has taken most from here in the second half. So we see. It's a lot of games still, a lot of games. And I tell you what, man, they the New York Knicks come out with 7 turnovers, and the Philadelphia 6 turnovers. So pretty much even, but we see if New York still playing good basketball, like Jalen Brunson, he's passing the basketball. I like his game right now. He's doing very, very good for the New York Knicks. He's not forcing the shot, he making his points, but he's passing the basketball too. So the last two passes, they come out with the trade. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So we see what is going to happening. So far, I like it. Let me see. Wow, 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 wow. Well, New York, they're not missing too many for the 3-row. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 3-point makes. And they are missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 13 shot makes 6. So that's pretty good. That's not too bad. So the 76ers, they are missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 missing from the 3-point range, and they are making 1, 2, 3, 4 3-point. So at 11, they only make 4. So that's the difference, and that's why New York up by 8. Pretty soon, we back on this game. This game will continue in a little bit. Who you think is going to win this game? If Jalen Brunson keep passing the basketball, playing smart, New York can come out with the win. We see how far the New York go on this season. If they go into the final or for the champion. Last season they fell. They fell bad. But this season, I think New York got the chance. I think they got the chance. Boston, that was hurt. That was the hard one. So they're out. So New York got the chance. At least facing anybody. Could be Sport. Maybe Thunder. I don't know. But New York got the chance. New York got the chance. If they pass the 76er, they might have the chance, guys. But we see. We see. This is the year for the New York. So they got the 76er out of the way. You better believe it. They have the chance. If everybody healthy, that's the thing. If everybody is healthy. So that's really, really matter when it comes to playoff. If everybody has to be healthy, you know. And I tell you what, I said this season it will be a new champion. The Thunder still strong. They are still strong. But they still have to go through the sport. I know they're 2 games ahead of the Lakers, but they still have to pass the San Antonio sport. And New York got the chance to get this San Antonio because they beat him in a cup, the in-tournament cup. Remember, New York winning. So New York got the chance better off with the sport than the Thunder. So we see what happened. So a few minutes will be the tip-off on this third game. Second round. Game 3. Well, New York 53%, 76ers 46% on a pain, you know. So we see what is going to happen, guys. Well, 15 points for Bridges on this game. 15 points. You believe it? All right, we back into the game. Action, let's go. All right. My bride for the New York Knicks in an inbound. Let's go. We back into the game. All right, here it comes Bronson. Bronson, he passed it to Richard. He passed it. Bronson, pull a three. Bang, no, out of bounds. Wow, that was close to being knocking it down, bro. Just a little bit. Ball hit the ring, went out of bounds. He recon, Edgecon, against my bride. Edgecon continue, he passed it to Joe Embiid. Joe Embiid against Anthony Town, back to Edgecon, to Paul George, back to Edgecon. Edgecon give it up to Joe Embiid. Double team, pass it to Paul George straight. He misses. Here comes the New York Knicks, Bridges. He passed it to Anthony Towns to Bronson. Bronson back to Anthony Towns. On the drive, he take it aside. My bride. He mixes. Anthony Towns with another board. My bride again. Nothing but the bottom of the net. My bride, second chance. Knock it down. What an offer by Anthony Towns. Here comes Maxey. Maxey continue. Maxey against George Hart. Pass it to Oubre inside. Easy layup. What a pass. What a finish by Oubre. Here comes Bronson. Bronson against Edgecon. He passed. Oh my God. Through the legs of Anthony Towns. Turnover New York Knicks. They give it back. Here comes Maxey. Maxey continue. Maxey against Anthony Town. He take it aside for George. Corner three. Edgecon knock it down the three. What a pass by Paul George. 2 feet. Edgecon on the corner. Here comes Bridges. Pass it to George Hart. To Anthony Towns 3. He mixes. Paul George with the board. Here comes Edgecon. Escon continue. He passes to Paul George. Out of bound, deflected by Bridges. Out of bound. Still 76er basketball, 15 seconds and a shot clock. Here comes Escon. Escon continue. Escon. He passes to Paul George. Paul George pull up a jumper. He mixes and Bronson with the rebound. Here comes George Hart. He passes to Bronson. Bronson on the drive against Oubre. Got the foul and one. Let's go. Foul by Oubre. So Bronson will be at the free throw line for the completion of 3-point play. Thank you guys for hanging out. Hit the like, hit that subscribe. Bronson, knock it down the free throw. All right, here it comes. Maxey continue against Bridges. Maxey, and that's a foul. It's 76er basketball. For a minute, I thought they lost it out of bounds. Still 76er basketball, 13 seconds and a shot clock. Side out for Joel Embiid. He passed it to Oubre. Oubre continue. Pass it to Joel Embiid. 3. He mixes. George Hart has it. Escon has it. The loose ball. Oubre inside the paint. He mixes and George Hart comes up with it. Here comes the Knicks. George Hart. He passes it to Anthony Towns. He passes it to Bridges. Knock it down the jumper over Joel Embiid. What a pass by Anthony Towns. He Bridges inside the paint. Here we come. Maxey continue. Pass it to Joel Embiid. Back to Maxey. Back to Joel Embiid on a drive. Flush it. Joel Embiid with the flush. All right, here comes George Hart for the New York Knicks. George Hart continue. George Hart continue. George Hart against Joel Embiid. He passes to Bridges. He passes to McBride. He mixes. Anthony Towns with another possession. George Hart for 3. He mixes. Bridges. He lost it. Escon has it on the loose ball. He recalls Joel Embiid. He passes to Escon to Paul George. Maxey on a drive. And block Anthony Towns with the block, but basket count. Basket interference. All right, here comes Bronson. He passes to Anthony Towns. He passes to McBride and out of bounds. New York basketball. Good defense by Paul George. Otherwise, McBride would be easy layup. All right, here we go. McBride 3. He makes it. Paul George with the board. Here we go. Maxey. Pull up 3. He mixes. Anthony Towns with the board. New York need to set it down. Take it easy and keep adding some point. It is too close right now. Here it comes. Towns on a drive. And he's fouled by Paul George. 2 free throws. Coming up. So Paul George at the free throw line for the New York Knicks. Foul by Paul George. That's foul number 3. First free throw, knock it down. making an 8-point game. And ball bouncing and winning. 9-point game. Here we come Maxi bringing it to the other side. Maxi to Edgecombe, to you, Bray, to your LMB, to Maxi. Maxi on the drive, strong finish. Yeah, Maxi need to take over on this game. Here comes Bronson. Bronson on the drive. Pull up a jumper inside the paint. He mixes Edgecombe with the board. Here comes the 76er, Joe Ellenby. Joe Ellenby against Anthony. He's double team. Pass it across to Edgecombe. Extra pass to Paul George. Back to Maxi. Maxi to Joe Ellenby. And drew the foul against Anthony Towns. Commit a foul. That's number 4. Timeout. Foul number 4 for Anthony Towns. Timeout, New York. Well, it is what it is, guys. Foul number 4 for Anthony Towns. 2 more, and he's out of there. If that happened, maybe they got the 76ers got the chance, because right now this game, it is so close, only 7-point game. Still one more quarter. So we see what's gonna happen, you know. So thank you guys for hanging out. Really do appreciate it, all of you. Give it a share. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe for more content. So we see how this game continue. Well, I'll tell you what. Still, it's half quarter. Still a little bit more half quarter, and plenty of time. It's only 7-point game. Maybe they can catch up on this quarter. All right. All right, we back into the game. Let's go. All right, still the 76er basketball. Edgecombe and side bound. Edgecombe and side out. Edgecombe pass it to Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid back to Edgecombe. Edgecombe continue with the yo-yo. He almost lost a pass to Joel Embiid. Easy two by Joel Embiid. What a pass by Edgecombe. Making it 5-point game. He reckoned and deflected out of bounds by Oubre. Boggles out of bounds. Still New York basketball. All right, Bronson on the side out. Bronson. He passed it to Robinson. Back to Bronson. Bronson on the drive. Against Joel Embiid. Finish strong. Making a save. 7-point game. Here they come Maxi. Maxi continue. Maxi. His double team pass it to Joel Embiid. He extra pass to Oubre with the flush. What a pass by Joel Embiid. Find Oubre for the flush. Here comes Bronson. Bronson continue. Pull up a jumper. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Here comes Maxi the other way. Maxi again breaches. Maxi. He passes it to Joel Embiid. Pass it to Paul George. Paul George pull up a jumper. He makes it. And Bronson with the board. Here comes the New York Knicks. George Hart on the drive. He passed it to McBride. Back to George. Back to Bronson. Bronson to George Hart. Pull up a jumper. Knock it down. Bronson continue passing the basketball. Not forcing the shot. As you guys see, stay strong, New York. Up by 9. Here comes Paul George the other way. He passed it to Edgecombe. Extra pass to Oubre. Corner three. And nothing but the bottom of the net. What a pass by Edgecombe. Here comes Bronson the other way. Bronson continue. Bronson. He passed it to Bridges. Extra pass to George Hart. George Hart continue. And he turned it over. Oh no, of the legs. It's off the leg of Paul George. They got lucky on that one. They got lucky on that one. All right. Crime step in and Paul George step out. All right, Bridges in the side out. Pass it to Robinson. Oh, Bronson, offensive foul, Oubre. And New York's gonna challenge this one. Yeah? New York's gonna challenge this foul against Bronson. So Mike Brown is gonna challenge this one. Well, the official is gonna take a look on this foul against Jalen Bronson. So Mike Brown, he's challenging this one. Well, Pues sí. Oh, boy, 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 boy. Let's see if the New York can win this challenge. Right now, what I see in there is it could be 76er, it could be New York. We see what is the call from the officials. Let's see what is the call from the officials. That's crazy because so New York win the challenge. Wow. All right, New York basketball breaches and inside out. Pass it to Bronson. Bronson again, Maxi, Bronson, and out of bound. New York basketball. Oh, they turn it over. Eshcon flush it the other way. What a turnover. Here comes Shemet. What a bad pass by Shemet, man. Here comes Bronson. Bronson on the drive. He passes. Oh, Joe LMB come out with the block. He wants a foul, no foul. Here comes Maxi the other way, and he's foul. Wow, Shemet turn it over. Bring it down to 4-point game. All right. Oh, they turn it over. Here come the Knicks. George Hart. Robinson is fouled by Joe LMB. Robinson at the free throw line. Wow, Robinson tried the flusher over Joe LMB again. Wow, wow, wow. That could be the second flush over Joe Embiid. So that was a good foul by Joe Embiid. Pull up Robinson at the free throw line. Robinson, he knocked it down. Robinson, he barely making free throws. He knocked it down the first one, making it a 5-point game. All right, Bridges sitting down. Clarkson stepping for the Knicks. Robinson with another free throw. Robinson, he mixes 1 out of 2. Edgecombe with the board. He reckoned the 76er looking for a tie-up. They're looking for a tie this game. He reckoned Edgecombe. Take it aside for Joel Embiid. Pass it to you, Ray. Bro, it's deflected. Boss is loose. And George Hart comes up with it. George Hart stays strong with it. He passed. Oh, he almost turned it over. And it's backcourt valuation. Wow. Wow. George Hart with the turnover. All right, here comes Edgecombe. Edgecombe pass it to Maxi on the drive. He passes it to Joel Embiid. And he's fouled by George Hart. And he got lucky. The official didn't pay attention. He go like this. And the official, I guess, didn't see him because when you go like this, the official see it, you see it's technical. 2 free throws coming out for Joel Embiid. Knock it down the first free throw, Joel Embiid. Bringing it closer. He's walking slowly. Well, you gotta do what you gotta do to stay in the game. And the thing is, they need Joel Embiid. I think he wouldn't be on this game. New York would be winning. Maybe, who knows? Maybe 10, 15 points. All right. The fight continue. Maxi, he need to stay strong. All right, 4-point game. New York on top. Joel Embiid at the free throw line still. Knock it down, making a 3-point game. Timeout. Oh, they foul Robinson. So they can put Robinson at the free throw line. What a smart. 3 point for Robinson. They're playing smart. Foul Robinson. What a smart play by the 76er. Oh, he knocked it down. Come on, Robinson. Make it a 2. Let's see if he can knock it down twice. 1 out of 2, but we see if with this one. Oh, he mixes. You break with the rebound. Here we go, Maxey. Maxey. Pass it to Edgecon. Edgecon continue. He pass it to Joel Embiid. Embiid against Robinson. Wow, there's a fight, man. There's a fight between Joel Embiid and Robinson. He's dominating. They foul Robinson again. That's crazy. They foul Robinson again, bro. What a smart play by the 76er. He knocked it down the first one. Let's go. That's a practice for him. That's a practice for him. Yeah, make it bold. Here it comes, Edgecon. Edgecon continue. Edgecon. He passes to Joel Embiid. He mixes. And Clarkson with the board. Here it comes Bronson bringing it to the other side. Bronson continues. Step back, pull up three. Bronson throws the air ball. Ball goes out of bounds. '76er basketball. Here it goes, Maxey against Chemin. Maxey passes to Edgecon 3. He throws the air ball. Ball goes out of bounds. Belongs to the Knicks. Here it comes Bronson. Bronson passes to Robinson. He passes to Clarkson. Floater. And Robinson. He mixes, but he grabbed the rebound. And his foul will be at the free throw line once again. Robinson. Foul by Oubre. Come on. Hit the like, hit that subscribe for more content. And he mixes. Come on, man. Robinson at the free throw line for one more. A 4-point game. New York tried to hanging out here in the later quarter. Tried to stay strong, up by 4. Robinson at the free throw line. And he mixes. Joe Allenby with the ball. Here it comes Maxi. He passes to Edgecombe. Edgecombe back to Maxi. He passes to Joe Allenby. Back to Maxi. Back to Joe Allenby. 3. He mixes. Robinson with the board. He passes to Bridges. Bridges back to Bronson. Bronson is fouled by crime. So Bronson will shoot 2 free throws. He's not gonna miss. Knock it down the first one. 5-point game. New York, they are going to survive once again. They were up by 8 in the first half. Now they up by 5 points. 6 points. All right, Paul George to Edgecombe. Edgecombe bringing it to the other side. Edgecombe continue. Edgecombe. He passes to Crime. He mixes. Edgecombe with the board. Paul George. He mixes. And Shemay has it. Shemay. Bang! That's a big one. Here it goes, Maxey. And it's foul. 7-0 run from New York. Shemet. Wow, what a shot by Shemet. So still 1 second. Paul George in the side out. Edgecombe. Wow, he almost knocked it down. New York 85. The Caesars 76. Come on, New York. You had to survive. You survive and the 3 quarters. Now they need to survive the forward because it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And we see if with the New York finish strong. This is the only quarter the New York need to stay strong for the game. If the 76ers, they still got the chance. They are below. They are below 10 points. It's a 9-point game. Well, we see, guys. We see. All right. George, he mixes Anthony Towns with the board. He reckon Alvarado, he's double team. He passes to Anthony Towns, back to Clarkson. He mixes. He reckon Clarkson with the loose ball. Clarkson. He passes to Anthony Towns, back to Clarkson, 3. Knock it down. Wow, at the buzzer. He reckon Maxi to Edgecon on the drive. Take it outside for Crime straight. Knock it down. Crime is good. Answers right back. That was a big one. Big answer for Crimes. Here we come. Alvarado passes to Shemet to Anthony Towns. Anthony Towns to Clarkson and deflected out of bound by Edgecon. All right, Alvarado passes to Shemet. Shemet has to shoot. Shemet on the drive, he's fouled. So Shemet will be at the free throw line. Shemet fouled by Crimes. He's at the free throw line. So 87, I'm sorry. And he mixes 87-79. 8-point game. Come on, Shemet. Can I mix it, man? Knock it down. All right. Here it comes, Maxey. Edge come. Pass it to Crime. Crimes on the drive. Take it aside for Edgecon. Edgecon again Clarkson. Boss is loose and Clarkson has a turnover. Clarkson. Clarkson. He passed it. Oh. 10 over. Here it comes. Paul George with it. Maxi. Easy layup. Maxi. Anybody's game. They try to push it. 88-81. Here it comes. Joe Char. Joe Char. Pass it to Anthony Towns. Anthony Towns. He mixes and Edgecombe comes up with the board. Here it comes the 76er Maxi. Maxi got the game and he sends. Maxi against Shemet. Pull up. He mixes. Anthony Towns with the board. Pass it to Alvarado. Alvarado in a hurry. Alvarado pass it to George Hart. Joe Hart to Anthony Towns. Again, Paul George. Pull up. Forcing the shot. Come on, man. Pass the basketball. Start forcing the shot like that. Crying for three. Pay the price. Come on. Why you gonna forcing the shot like that, man? Game, it is so close. And Anthony Towns forcing the shot. Pass the basketball. Not forcing throwing. Oh, my God. That was a good timeout for the New York Knicks. Good timeout. This is the quarter they need to win. And if they're fucking around, they might lose this game. Come on, man. Oh, my God, man. Can't believe it, man. All right, here comes Bronson. He passes it to George Hart inside. Easy two. Here comes Maxey. Maxey to Paul George. 6-point game. Barlow. Maxey to you break corner three and breaches with the board. Here comes Bronson. He's taking it easy. Bronson. Bronson. He passes to George Hart. George Hart to breaches. Knock it down. Left it alone. Pay the price. Here comes Maxey. Maxey continue. Maxey pass it to Crime. Crime to Oubre. Extra pass to Paul George. He mixes, breaches with the board. Every single possession counts from this point. Towns back to Bronson. Bronson. Oh, Crime still with it. On the drive, he passes to, wow, Barlow with the flush. What a pass by Crime. Every single possession counts for the New York Knicks. They need to come out with some point. Bronson, he's taking it easy. Bronson, pass it to Anthony Towns. Back to Bronson, pull a three. Bronson, knock it down the three. Let's go. Go New York, go New York, go. Here we go. Maxey continue with the yo-yo at the top of the key. Barlow make the curtain. He passes to Oubre. Back to Maxey. Maxey continue. Maxey, he passes to Paul George. He passes to Oubre. He got black. Boss is loose. George Hart comes up with it. Passes to Bridges. And he's fouled by Maxey. Bridges will be at the free throw line for 2 shots. So Bridges at the free throw line. Knock it down. Couple of bouncing, friendly bouncing, winning, making a 10-point game. Ten-point game. And Bridges, another friendly bouncing, winning, making an 11-point game. Let's go. Here we go, Maxey. Maxey continue with the yo-yo. Maxey, he passes to Paul George. He's foul on the floor. On the floor. No basket. Paul George won the basket, but foul was on the floor. All right, here we come, Maxey. Maxey, he passes to Paul George, and he's fouled again by Bronson. Wow, 0 point. He got 15 points, but 0 point on this quarter. All right, here we come, Maxey. Maxey, he passes to Paul George. Boss is loose. And ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hart. Here comes your LMB. And Barlow, step out. All right, your LMB passes to Paul George. Boss is loose. Turn it over. Here comes Bridges. He passes to Bronson. Bronson on a drive floater. It is good. 76ers. Go New York, go New York, go! Go New York, go New York, go! With the third win, close to be the third win, New York might win this series. In 5 maybe? Winning this game? Got the chance to win it in 5, this series. What a game for the New York Knicks. Thank you guys. Thank you for hanging out. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe for more videos like this. If you like it what I'm doing, hey, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe for more content. Give it a share, give it a share. This channel, my channel, I don't know why it doesn't come over live. As long as you know, my channel doesn't come alive. But if you see my videos, don't forget to subscribe so you will notice. YouTube doesn't show my videos. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't do no copyright. I just doing my thing, trying to do my best. But YouTube never show my videos. I don't know if it's my setting over here. I got no idea. But go ahead, subscribe if you want into the channel. Turn on your notification so when I'm alive, you get to see my channel. Because YouTube doesn't show me. I don't know what I did to them. I don't know. I've been here for a couple of years now, streaming. Don't show my videos. I don't know why. All right, we're back into the game. New York find a way how to stay strong on this game. 13-point game. 5 minutes more and 54 seconds to play on this game. New York got the chance still. But we see the 76ers have to find a way. Here comes Eshcon. Pass it to Grant and he's fouled by Shemet. That's the second foul on Shemet. All right, here you come Maxi. He passed it to Eshcon, to Crime. Crime against Shemet. He lost it out of bounds. He turned it over. New York basketball. All right, here comes Bronson bringing it to the other side, followed by Eshcon. Bronson continue. Bronson, he passes to Anthony Town, left it alone for 3. He mixes alone. Joel Embiid with the board. Here comes Maxi. Maxi continue with the yo-yo. Maxi, he passes to Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid, he passes back to Oh, Cry misses the three. He recon. Shemet on a hurry. He fall off on the floor. He passes to Bridges to Bronson. Bronson taking his time. Bronson continue. Bronson. He passes to Shemet, and he's fouled by Maxey. Maxey committed foul. Knock it down the first one. Shemet. New York reached 100 points. So Shemet at the free throw line. Knock it down both. Shemet. Make a 15-point game. Here we go, Maxey. Pass it to Joe Embiid to Escon. Escon to Paul George. Paul George has at the top of the key. Pass it to Joe Embiid. Back to Paul George. Paul George on the drive. He take it outside for Joe Embiid. Joe Embiid. Step back three. He mixes. Paul George with another board. Boss is loose. Maxey has it in the corner three, bro. Out of nothing come out with something. That was a big threat. Here comes Bronson. Bronson pass it to Anthony Town. Back to Bronson on the drive. Easy too. Wow, that should be foul in one. Here comes Maxey. Step back three. He mixes and Bronson with the board. Ahead to Bridges. It is easy layup. Go New York, go New York, go. Go New York, go New York, go. Timeout, 76ers. What a pass by Bronson. Fine Bridges ahead with the easy layup by Bridges. Forcing the timeout for the 76ers. And Bronson continue doing the great things for the New York Knicks. Lee pass to Mikal Bridges. What a pass by Jalen Bronson, bro. $16-point largest lead on this game. Largest lead for tonight. Well, some fan is leaving. Yeah. All right, here it comes Joe Embiid. Paul George, pull a tray. He mixes and Anthony Towns with the board. Here it comes Bronson. 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 Pull a tray. In and out. And Joe Embiid is fouled by Anthony Towns. Here it comes Maxey. Joe Embiid. Back to Maxey. Back to Joe Embiid. Finish with the flush. Here it comes Bridges. Bridges continue, Bridges, pass it to Bronson. Bronson, he's taking his time. He passes to George Hart, pull up three. He mixes, and Joel Embiid with the ball. Pass it to Joel Embiid, pass it to Maxi, back to Joel Embiid, pull up three. He mixes. And Towns with the ball, he passes to George Hart. George Hart, back to Bronson. Bronson, he's taking his time, he's learning. Bronson burning his clock on the drive, and his foul by Oubre. 2:05 remaining. Bronson with 31.9 assists. Knock it down. 32 points for Jalen Bronson. So the 76ers are facing elimination. Incredible win for the Knicks. Bronson knocked down both free throws. 33 points for Jalen Bronson. So foul. And Bronson step out. The water, 10 it over. No team has a comeback in 3-0. Sohen. Knock it down. Sohen. 1 out of 2. Walker. He mixes. Sohen with the rebound. Call it. He mixes. Dylan Terry. Terry. He mixes. Sohen with the board. Call it. Call it. Call it. Call it. Oh, he turned it over. Oh my God. 10 over. And that's it. Well, guys, if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like, hit that subscribe for more content like this. Like I said, YouTube doesn't show my videos. I don't know why. Don't have no copyright. I just doing my thing, so I mean my best. And they still don't show my videos. So thank you so much once again. If you get to see this video, don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notification so you know where I'm alive. So thank you so much. You have a great night. New York, go ahead. Try to pull out the next game. And we pass this second round. Let's see how far this season we can go. So thank you so much. Great night.